So the question we're going to answer in this video is, how can people investigate and audit their websites to better convert customers by using AI and experimentation? And you're going to tell us a bit about this from your perspective, and then I'll speak to it from my perspective as a professor who has done work in AI for experimentation. But first, do you mind introducing yourself and telling us more about who you are and why you're excited about this topic and what knowledge you have that's relevant to share? Why do you know about this topic?
Yeah. I'm Valentin Radu. I'm the founder at OmniConvert. We have a solution.
How do you spell it, or what's the website?
OmniConvert.
How do you spell the website?
OmniConvert.com.
Great.
We are helping e-commerce companies to run experiments. Our company has been founded 12 years ago. I'm in the experimentation for 15 years now.
Nice.
And I'm passionate about these things because I've seen a lot of CRO agencies and e-commerce companies struggling to instantly audit a website and investigate whether this website is running or not, and to compare themselves with their competitors and their market leaders in their industries.
And could you give a concrete example of something that people might be doing now and either struggling or doing it not that well and not realizing? What's one concrete example to hook the audience?
Yeah, so let's say you want to investigate if your website has a return policy, or if you are auditing a website, whether you are respecting accessibility or usability principles. And in order to do so, it's a lot of manual work. You go there, you investigate, you read, you note these things into an Excel maybe, or you do a lot of manual work. So what we found out is that we can use AI so that we can do like a lot of snapshots of the main web pages of an e-commerce, like product detail page, product listing page, checkout, cart, and home page, and see whether these hygiene factors are there. So what we did 1 month ago...
So just slow down a bit, because I think this is great. There might be a lot of content for people. How do you use AI to do that? What's the prompt you used, and what did it do exactly?
It's a program in itself. So basically, it's a tool, crobenchmark.com.
crobenchmark.com.
And you put in just the URL of the website, and it's automatically doing a lot of snapshots, and then it's having a lot of factors, a lot of criteria which are being analyzed instantly.
So it looks at my like online shopping website or something,
Exactly, yeah.
And then it basically tells me, like, it does an audit of like what's working well, what's not.
Yeah, it's auditing the hygiene factors. So 1 month ago, I gathered with 120 CRO experts, and we contributed together at identifying those factors that are mandatory and non-debatable to be on any e-commerce website.
Interesting.
And then they voted, and then we eliminated some of these criteria, and we ended up with 88 criteria to be investigated and analyzed. And
Interesting. You did like a workshop or something on this?
no, we did it online. So basically, I just posted on LinkedIn, and a lot of them said, yes, I want to be into this project.
Wow.
And then we built a Slack group, a Slack channel on test and learning group from test and learning community. And then we debated, we used a way to sort out this criteria. And now we are in private beta with this new tool. That is doing this type of snapshot of the presence of the CRO hygiene factors.
Interesting. And can you give us some intuition, like a concrete example, what this looks like?
Yeah, so you put in your website.
Like some common mistakes. Like if someone goes to my website right now, what are the mistakes in it? Or the bad hygiene?
Yeah, you have your CTA,
CPA, just spell the acronym.
Yeah,
call to action, yeah.
The call to action is in the second screen, so you need to scroll down to take action on a product.
So for example, I see a product, like I'm buying some socks for Christmas. And then the call to action to buy the sock is not on the page for the sock.
You have to do an effort to find how to buy it. So that's
So I like the sock, but you like looking. And does that matter that much? Won't customers just find it?
Anything, any little thing in the grand scheme of things.
Have you done A/B
matters,
tests showing that?
Yeah. So basically.
So give me an example of A/B tests where, because some people would say, oh look, it's a sock, they want to buy it, they'll just scroll down. But your A/B test, what did it show?
Yeah, it shows that many A/B tests, for instance, there are a lot of experiment collections and websites like Evidu or that are showing that if you bury the call to action below the fold.
But to be more precise, like if it's 2 inches down, does my conversion rate go from like 1% to 0.1%? Just an example, because I'll stick in people's minds.
Yeah, I don't know if there are certain uplifts or downlifts based on that, but what is it? The consensus of these CRO experts is that this is a factor that matters.
I think it would help be concrete. Do you think if you had to predict, like, would it be like my conversion would go from what to what? If you had to predict,
if I have to predict, I don't know, maybe you can have anywhere from 0.5 to 1 or 1.5%.
That's a huge change, though. You think you go from 0.5% to 1% just by changing when you buy stocks? It comes like higher up.
No, like you can have an uplift or 0.5% to 1 to, or even 1.5%.
But that could be a lot of money,
on top of your existing conversion rate. So it's not
just
like
by
a
basically
50% uplift.
No,
like,
but just by basically moving it up.
Yeah, because imagine, Joseph, you are on a website.
I mean, I believe you. I'm doing this for the people listening online.
You're on a website and you can't see if you can buy it. So the attention span right now for human
people
beings
are just
is around
so low.
7 seconds, right? So
7 seconds.
Yeah, according to the Institute of Biotechnology, that's where we are. It dropped from 13 seconds in 2006 to the last measurement I think was in 2021.
Wow.
So it dropped from 14 seconds to 7 seconds.
So just in that time you could lose a customer who wants to buy a product.
Yeah, so that's why all these factors should be analyzed, and you could have like a rating and a grading of how good your website is and compare with the leaders in your industry. And we are building this benchmark so that you can track how is your website against other competitors.
So you can actually, it's crobenchmark.com?
Exactly.
So you go to crobenchmark.com, you put your competitors in, you put you in, and you tell us the hygiene.
Yeah.
And how it works.
Yeah, and moreover, we are analyzing the page speed, the
page
speed, data hygiene factors.
What's data hygiene?
It's like if you are tracking with your web analytics the things that matter. For instance,
and you can tell that because you can look at you basically scan the website and see what code is collecting.
Exactly.
Oh wow, you probably give more information to people than like the data scientists probably would have to tell them. They don't even realize Obama's where I say to slow down. They don't even realize that data scientists are tracking this, but you will tell them.
Yeah.
Because you will actually you will audit the website to say, look, they're logging this data. Did you know that?
Yeah.
And here's what your competitor is logging.
Exactly.
Interesting. Cool. So everyone, what do you all take away from this so far? Like, what's interesting about this to you? And why is this kind of helpful? Like, what could you do to perform better in the job you have? And if customers want your product, they want your product, right? You spend all the money on marketing and they actually want to buy it. How do you help them buy it? Yeah. So what do you all take from this? What's like a piece of what was said that you might share that's interesting? Or what's the next step that you might do?
You go to crobenchmark.com and you analyze your website, of course, and see where you stand against your competitors, and of course fix what's broken, because you can't analysis. It's like a car without an engine, so the engine is the action.
That's good. Okay, great.